Yo, welcome to another JefeCast on the 10th of June. Right? Yeah, 10th of June. We will get started with the proceedings after I roll this J here. Okay, so just bear with the boy. Hopefully, everybody's had a decent week. I'm a little tired, to be honest. Had a junk removal earlier that it wasn't a bad junk removal. It was just a lot of it was like in the backyard. It's been back there for like long enough for roots and vines to grow over like the tires, and had a boat and it had all these items on it and different. So it was a lot. It was a lot. But it was a nice job, and I can say that I didn't have to argue price or anything. We had agreed to an initial price, but from word of mouth, from just talking, I had given her a quote. But when I had gotten there and I had seen what was there, I was like, damn. I was like, oh, this is, this isn't exactly what she said it was. But it was a little bit more. I think maybe, because the stuff was so buried deep underneath, she might not even really knew how much was back there. But this is what I like about fair people. When you know that the work that we agreed to isn't, we've exceeded the amount that, like, when something's more than what it should be. And so I like that I didn't have to go to her and say anything. She was like, no, I'm gonna have to go run back to the bank, So it was just cool to uh have that uh somebody that understands, because this type of work isn't always easy work, you know, moving radiators and, well, I don't even know what parts that was on under the truck, but it was big, these huge metal pieces and brake drums and hoods and metal bins full of metal scraps. There was a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate it because it's a lot of metal. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate them for her and her husband for uh, coming through, not being cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like paying for good service. You know what I'm saying? They said I told them I'll be there at 10. She wanted me to be there between 9 and 11. I got there at 10. I got there at 9. I told her 10. But I was like, man, by the time I pulled up there, it was like 8:56. I was like, you know what? Let's just get it started. You know what I'm saying? So good start to the day. And the guys, Generation X, Gen X, we play tomorrow. Winner of this game will go to the championship game next week. Hopefully, my guys are locked in. Hopefully, they don't look past the opponent, because we have a lot of talented young guys. And what we're trying to teach them is teamwork and having humility when you're playing, when you're running the game. And even if you are the better team, you don't look past the next opponent. I've seen it happen so many times. Some guys they looking. You see it in football, you see it in basketball. They looking for the rival game or the big TV game, and then they lose to to the Orlando Magics, or you know what I'm saying? You'd be like, how they just lose? You know what I'm saying? So it's just don't overlook who's in front of you. Let's take one game at a time, guys. Let's go out there. Let's handle business. Let's go get this championship. Yeah. See, things change when people listen. When you listen to your coaches, the W's start coming. That first tournament we went to wasn't a good tournament. This is a few weeks ago. First tournament that I know I went to, and man, we got. It's not that we didn't compete, but we got our butt kicked. So to come back the way we did this past weekend, building on that chemistry. Now, with our opportunity to get into the championship game, yeah. So as long as we take care of business and not get too full of ourselves, everything should be cool tomorrow. Yeah. So if you're interested in coming out to the game, you can inbox me or whatever. It's local. So especially if you have 12 or 13-year-olds who play ball or something, or you even have like 5, 6. I believe my cousin has a football team, but we have the basketball. So I mean, trying to develop young men, confident, going home, taking care of business, taking care of school. Good young men, keeping their head on their shoulders. So, as I transition from that, let kids be kids. I bring that up because let's just say, I know that we want to put our kids and whatever into competitive sports, whether that's dancing, whether they're in the acting class, basketball, football, lacrosse, singing competitions, Little Miss Americas, whatever, right? It needs to be for the kid. First of all, it doesn't need to be you trying to relive your childhood fantasy that you wanted to be Miss Pageant, or you wanted to be the best basketball player, or whatever the case is. That your time has passed. It's now for the children. And as much as I want my boys to go out there and play hard, most of all, I want them to have fun, because don't cuss. Forget that. Like, okay, Tom Brady won 6 Super Bowls with New England. He did. But look at the fun Tom Brady's having playing with Tampa Bay. Finally, and he won the championship. Finally. Yeah, okay. He won it with very strict coaching and all of that. But did Tom Brady really enjoy football as much as he does now? Throwing the trophy, you know what I'm saying? So you got to remember that all in all, these kids, I don't care if they're 15, 14, they're kids. Let these kids have fun, even in competition. Yes, I want you to compete. Yes, I want to win. But most of all, I want you to have fun. And I've noticed sitting on the bench, listening to some of these coaches talk to the kids, or watching the parents, they take the fun out of it. I can only imagine. They just take the fun out the kid. They put more pressure on the kids than I've ever seen. Like, let look, there's nothing wrong with discipline and hard working. I'm with that. But don't take the fun from your child. Don't. And and support your kid. Who cares what you want to do? Support them because they can grow to resent you. They can. I want to play basketball, but you won't allow me. And you get older, time passes, and people, some of your friends who you felt like you was better than, go off to college, or they do this. It's not me. I'm just speaking in general. They go off and they become superstars, and they sitting there like, yo, that could have been me. If you would only just have some support your kids. Support them. I just wanted to say that out there for. I know a lot of my friends have kids that's into sports, and Kennedy, she dances. I haven't gotten her into like no real sports just yet. Amelia, she's still coming along, but she's fast and strong little legs and stuff. So not being funny, but maybe soccer or something for her. But when they do play and when I do teach Ken, I still want you to have fun. Like, it's just like, you gotta have, you need to be serious, but you're having fun. You're playing a game. Ultimately, you're just playing a game. Okay. So I think that we push our kids too hard too soon sometimes, or we just push them too hard in general. We ask them to act their age, and then we basically put grown-up responsibility on them for a sport, a game. Do you know the percentage of people who become professional athletes? Kavon Moore, shout out Kavon. Kavon, to me, should have been in the NBA. It's a dog. He's still successful in his military career and in his life. However, I'm just saying, like, Kavon didn't make it to the NBA. In my opinion, definitely could. Like, for real. 6'3", could jump out the gym, left hand Kobe, pass first, could snatch you and shoot in your face. Like, crazy passing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be realistic. At the end of the day, this is going to end. The competitiveness, like you playing in leagues and stuff, will end, and you will become a man and a woman, or a married man and a married woman, and you're going to have other things to do, and you want to still have that enjoyment to go and play basketball. I love playing basketball. I go out there and I have a grand time just doing what I do. Um, so yeah, just wanted to say that, stop with the added pressure. The kids already put enough pressure on themselves, especially going to school, the back and forth talking. I see it with our guys. It's all this talking back and forth. These kids go to school for each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of ego on the line. There's a lot of you don't want to be shown up. So they already putting the pressure on them. Just support them, and kids, if y'all watching, have fun when you're on the court. Have fun. Play to win, but have fun. It's most important. Everybody can't be as serious as Michael Jordan all day. Okay, like, yes, he won 6 championships, but is Michael Jordan? Who you think is happier in their life? Like, just if you just saw them, LeBron James or Michael Jordan? I would think LeBron James is just an overall happier person. Just saying. No, no, don't be so hard on yourselves. Parents, allow your kids to grow. They're not going to be the best things walking overnight. It takes time. All right. I'm not talking to you parents. Getting on my nerves. Just wanted to throw that out there for you. Let's start here since So the boys episode came out today. I called it earlier. Interesting episode. Obviously, Homelander is still Homelander, still crazy, uh, self-absorbed, narcissist. This episode basically follows uh, Huey. Finally finds out what's going on with Butcher. Butcher tells him that he's was taking the temporary V, and Huey basically is asking him like, "Yo, are you telling the rest of the team?" He's like, "No, I'm not going to tell the rest of the team. And if you do, I'm gonna kick your bloody arse." You know how he always threatened. Why is he so mean to everybody? Like, good gracious, man, does he have a heart? Um, so they go to Little Nina, and they're trying to set a deal. They're trying to find this weapon. Oh, is the weapon? Is the weapon? Okay, sorry, I'm jumping too far ahead. But now I'm thinking. Excuse me. Um, they're trying to find the weapon that can kill Homelander, but she wants uh Frenchie's girl. And he's like, "Look, I get you something else." So she wants somebody dead. They ended up sending uh Chemical over there, and she didn't really want to do it because she don't want to feel like she's a hired gun or a monster. But she goes, she kills the guy, kills all the security or whatever. But the girls shot her in the head. She was just scared. But I guess that like affected Kimiko. She hates being seen as a monster. She hates her powers as it is. So um, seeing them girls fear her like that uh, didn't help with the with her how she was already feeling. So trying to think, I've watched so much stuff today. I'm trying. So she's distraught about it. She doesn't like it. She goes back, shows Butcher the picture that she killed the guy. She ends up talking to Frenchie like, "Look, I I don't like this. The Rising Sun, the other group. I think I might be saying the name wrong. The other little group that kidnapped her, Butcher, Lil Nina. She said they all the same. She said, she wanted to start fresh. So that's a possible thing going on. Of course, Starlight, women can't just slow down. She tell everybody their business. Oh, we need people. She went to Mauve to try to find out this weapon, but then later she goes to the other speed guy, the guy that she used to like date when they was younger. She recruits him basically to help Mauve and Huey and them try to take down Homelander. And at some point, A Train was trying to pitch something to Homelander to get the Blue Hawk who had curb stomped the black guy so hard in the ground that he cracked the ground or something like that. And so Homelander basically was like, eh. Well, there's something that happened with Deep and his wife and Homelander, and they just like blew it off. So Deep and A Train get into it. Eventually, after they get into it, A Train goes into the elevator or something, and the other speedster guy, was like, "We should do something about this." And so I guess he tells him the plan that Starlight and them had. Um, at some point, they was about to go out. Oh, because she told little Nina told Huey and Butcher and them where to find this weapon. It's in Russia or somewhere. So Huey walks in on Butcher shooting up the temporary V. And he's like, he wanted to do something. He was like, "No, man, I'm tired of people having to save me." And he's like, "Look, he did the old morose thing, like, you don't deserve this. I must carry the burden type of thing. And so they go out to the fight. They go out to the fight, and I mean to get this weapon, and they get through it, kill everybody, whatever the case is. And it turns out that when they open, when they this what happened. They was in a situation. Everybody was running out of bullets and stuff. So Butcher had to unveil that he had the superpowers. So he starts killing the guy, shooting with the laser beams and all that, shooting, walking, getting shot, walking through the bullets. And the guys aren't happy about it. They're really upset. Even Huey teleports out of his clothes and punches the guy through his stomach. And they just really down on Huey and them for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But Huey looks like he's a drug addict now. Like he's just all in a euphoric state. Uh, but when they open up this machine, whatever, um, Soldier Boy was in there, looking like the Winter Soldier. And so is he the weapon that can kill Homelander? Is that what they're saying, that he's the weapon? Uh, so we'll see. But he might be mind controlled or brainwashed because he shot Kimiko and her powers didn't heal, so they're trying to figure that out. Meanwhile, on the other side, you have Homelander still playing. Oh, Homelander playing the whole boyfriend girlfriend role with Starlight, and there was some meeting that was called by the girl that be popping heads, where the the big boss involved, black guy, the one that talks like Alfred. He thought they was about to go after Homelander, and it turned out that she went after him. So he gets removed from the job, and basically Homelander is the one that runs everything. And Homelander shows up at her house and threatens her, basically, Homelander stuff. And he, at some point, I think when him and Starlight, he took Starlight up. They was doing like some shoot in front of the people taking photos. He said, "I want fly up. I want to show you something." He showed her. He killed the other speedster guy, and he was like, "Listen, if you keep this up, that's going to be Huey." So he made her say it, and basically, I'm trying to think that that's about it for the most part. I like the episode. I think that maybe Soldier Boy might have the ability to kill Homelander, but why couldn't Butcher kill him if Butcher has like the same powers, right? Like you would think that he would be able to right? I would think that he'll be able to kill him if he had the same type of powers. Like it's like Kryptonians fight each other, they have they're closer in strength, so those punches you feel a lot more. They can actually like how Superman snapped Zod's neck in the movie. A regular person probably couldn't even turn Zod's head. You know what I'm saying? He'd be like, they'd be like this. He'd be like, he'd be like, "What are you doing? Let go of my head." So yeah, I like it. I'm trying to think. Honestly, I think Mav's going to die. Yeah, she's going to. And what's up with the girl pulling out the dildo to the big, huge Captain America looking dildo to have sex with that guy, that white guy? I don't know. Making me look at you and making y'all white guys not look too good in this show. I'm just gonna be honest. You know, y'all like a lot of butt pleasure. That's what it's showing me. Too much butt pleasure, not enough women. Every time a woman got a chance to show some boob in there, they show the guy. I seen more ass and nuts in this show than I've ever wanted to see. Okay. Can we get a nip slip somewhere from a chick, please? You're killing me. Had to look at Jensen Ackles' ass in this episode. Who else ass? Had to look at Huey's ass. Okay? Too much man ass. Too much man everything. I need women. Okay? You already threw me off with the guy jumping inside the dick and then jiggling the pieces around. I had to skip forward 10 seconds. And then you got it's just always then you got the guy who choked the guy with the dick that came through the glass. You're choking I'm tired of it. I'm over it. Okay? You understand me? I'm sick of it. All these goddamn moving on. I watched a nice movie this week. It's called Spell. It's on Amazon Prime. It's my boy Amari Hardwick, yo. You know, like ever since Power, if I see my man on something, I gotta check him out. I really like him now. Like the Power got me, yo. Power got me. That was my movie. Power was good, yo. Um, but Spell is about him and his wife. He has two kids. Removed from the country, I guess he's from. Um, his father used to abuse him. I think his father even may have stabbed him, thinking because he probably thought his father thought he was better than him, or maybe he was under a spell. Who knows? So he finds out his father dies, and he's taking the family out in a small little private, small little plane over to the area, like over down in the country, and people keep saying that area is like cursed, and just the mere mention of it, they'll be like, oh, you going there? Oh, all right, see you later. So as he's traveling there, he's not in an argument with his wife, but they're having a discussion about the kids and how they're being raised. And they're trying to beat a storm, but the storm gets them and they crash. When he wakes up, he's in the bed. His foot hurts. He can barely walk, and it's a black lady, the lady from Mama. I think that was the lady from Mama, wasn't it? She's there. Doing that when she like it was in 1940. Like, girl, we ain't not singing a hymn. All right, get me out this goddamn bed. So basically, the movie's about they have like voodoo stuff called diggity what the diggity dog. The diggity. It's like a doll. A diggity. I think it's a diggity. And she will, if you need certain parts of your body or healing, she will cut out those parts and put it to your diggity, or whatever it's called, and you will be like the lady couldn't speak or she cut out a goat's tongue or something, put in, and she could talk, stuff like that. It's just voodoo magic. So they was trying to sacrifice him, or they was trying to put a spell on him for something. But for real, I thought it was a pretty decent movie. I liked it. Just one part that just kind of really disturbed me. He he had taken off his bandage, trying to figure out why his foot was hurting, and he had like a 9-inch nail in his foot. He pulls it out. When he pulls it out, pretty graphic. Ugh. At some point, he hears him talking about they're going to check to make sure it's still in his foot. He has to put it back in. Oh my goodness. Kill me, because I ain't putting it back in. Yeah, this one guy they always call, remind me of the big black alpha. Get out, get Douglas. That wasn't his name, but like every time something happened, call Douglas, get Douglas. Shut up, you go get Douglas. Um, but some they turned out they've been living for like hundreds, like 100+ years. They basically just been killing, using the sacrifice to, I guess, continue life, living for all these years. Every time I see a movie like that, I always wonder where do they get these. I mean, I know it's all down in the South, and then Haiti and a lot of Haitians, voodoo. But it's just like, where do they get some deep cuts? It's almost like they try to put a spell on you through the TV. So you got to have a strong mind when you watch stuff like that, and a strong heart, and a strong faith in what you believe in. That's why I'm able to watch. Look at, maybe I don't know if y'all can see it, but look at that. That is a J. Look at that J. It's huge. I need to roll one of those one day. I mean, I wonder how many grams. You got to put like 14 grams to make a J that big right there. Good gracious, strong. Huge. But yeah, check out Spell, man. It's a pretty good movie. My boy Amari Hardwick. He just has a swag, man. Like he brings a different swag to these movies. I just like dude. He's my guy. So to cap off the reviews for this week, Miss Marvel. She debuted Wednesday. A very fun. It's not catered to me as a 30-year-old man, 31-year-old like Moon Knight and Captain America, Winter Soldier. This is more, for kids, but it's fun to watch. Each show has its own feel, different feeling, but it's basically kind of follows the comic pretty well, where she has strict parents, Muslim family, Pakistani. Don't really allow her to do much, but she has like a little podcast or like a little thing where she makes videos about the superheroes, and she's very artistic and things like that. She stumbles across this like family heirloom that her grandmother tried to send her, and I believe it's these Cree bracelets. When she puts it on, uh, she ultimately goes to like a costume. She sneaks out, goes to this like little uh, Avenger Con type thing, and for the best dressed Miss Marvel. But when she put the bracelet on, it displayed her powers and stuff like that. But it was a fun little episode. I mean, you didn't get, it's the first episode. I mean, you didn't get everything you went out of it. But if I don't at least see at the end of this show, you need to have a Captain Marvel or Spectrum cameo, or at least Nick Fury, somebody that needs to tie in her going into this second movie. I mean, going into this Captain Marvel movie, because I mean, I don't want to spend a portion of the movie of them recruiting her. It needs to be some mid credit scene where Captain Marvel or Nick Fury come down and be like, yo, we need you for. I'm very interested to see what they're going to do with the Miss Marvel. When they had the whole Gore the God Butcher, I wonder when this is set, because Gore's sword is from Noel, and Noel is the symbiote god. And remember in Spider-Man No Way Home, that symbiote stayed in the Marvel universe. It would be cool if that symbiote, but how would it get out of space? Yeah, well, I guess that can't happen, right? I wonder how they're going to explain the all black necklace sword. I wonder. They'll probably change it up because it's a Sony property, but I would love some connection there. Maybe they don't say it's Noel, because they're making a Noel. I think they're doing a Noel project for what they're trying to do with the incursions and all this stuff. You're going to have to start. I don't know. You have to come on, Sony. Just give the property, sell it back to Disney, please. Making this difficult. But yeah, very curious about Miss Marvel. We'll see. But if you got, you got the Hulk coming up. I want even with She-Hulk, even with the She-Hulk, they gotta do something with the Hulk. Like something needs to set him off to get him to get to World Breaker. I need Hulk back, taking selfies and smiling with people. This is a joke. Complete, absolute joke. Let's see what Phil sent. Phil always sending some wild stuff. They did put out some new pictures of Wakanda Forever. Curious what they're gonna do there. So, see what stories I got for you real quick. Let me pull them up. So they were saying that LeBron, and saying your boy LeBron was possibly outed by Savannah. I don't know who that really is, but she's on Atlanta Housewife. No. His wife cheating on his wife Savannah with Atlanta Housewife Drew. The part I don't understand is she said it on a national TV show. Like, why would you ever say something like that on a national TV show? If it's true or not, it's still like, yo, why? It doesn't even make sense why you open your mouth and do that. Like, it's just funny. LeBron's pretty much kept a nice clean record. They be trying to catch him up. LeBron was like, you ain't catching me. I wonder if he texts him from another phone name, his name like Mike. Yo, it's Mike. Yeah, it's Terrence. Not really news, but I just thought that was funny. Talking about LeBron. So I was curious. They keep saying that like Steph is if he wins this championship, he'll be a top 10 NBA player of all time. So I just went and looked online to see. Now, this was just some basic, this I don't believe this is in order, but this is how it came out. And even if Steph Curry is all the way at the bottom here on ESPN top 10, he wasn't in that list either. And if I just look at, is he better than Wilt? No, I mean, I think people misconstrue Steph's 3-point shooting and his logo three that changed, kind of changed the game. I think they take that. I don't think it should be. I don't think that should be a reason why he should be a top 10. Like, yes, he's the greatest 3-point shooter ever. But he has good numbers, but I could name 10 guys better who I would say I would put in over Steph. And it's all people I've seen play in my life. Like, I like Steph. He's the top 20. You can give him top 20, which isn't bad. There's been thousands of NBA players, but they just always try and slide people in the top 10. Like, yo, you're not. I'm sorry, not yet, not there yet. It's not there yet. Definitely know what y'all think about it. But and is he really like he made it? He started shooting the logo three more consistent, like just shooting it. But is he really did he really start the logo three? Because if memory serves me correctly, I remember two guys doing it all the time. Not all the time, but a lot of times, a lot for the time that they were in. And that is Gilbert Arenas, Agent Zero, and LeBron James. and y'all know what I'm talking about. If you watch basketball, when they was going head to head that year in the playoffs, that whole year, like Agent Zero, when Agent Zero was Agent Zero, he would pull the logo 3, and he would walk away, turn his back, and walk down the court. So I mean, I know everybody always says Steph's the logo 3 guy, and I'm just like, I get it because maybe he shoots it a lot more, but I want to say that Gilbert Arenas and LeBron around the same time started shooting logo threes and was knocking them Jones down back in like 2008. When were they battling each other all the time? When was that? I can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion. Everybody talking about Steph. I'm like, well, I remember Gilbert shooting that joke and turning his back and walking down the court. Like that. I mean, I remember that too. Just saying, not knocking Steph. Steph's a great player. I don't know if he's top 10 yet. So the PGA suspended these 17 players because of this new golf event, the LIV golf event. Um, they're I don't know if it's I mean, they give an answer, but behind, I'm certain our fans and our partners who are surely tired of all this talk of money, and more money will continue to be entertained and compelled by the world class competition you display each and every week, without true consequences for every shot you take. A rightful place in history will never. I can't see the rest, but I need to look up the rules for this new live tournament because I just seen a new guy, DeChambeau, just went over there as well. So I need to look more into what live is. But it's a lot of golfers going over there, and that doesn't look good for PGA. When some of your top guys, a lot of your top names is going over to the competition. So we'll see where that goes. But just very curious. There's a lot of names on here. Sergio Garcia. I don't know who Taylor Gooch is, but that last name makes me laugh. Brandon Grace, Dustin Johnson. I don't know who that is. Matt Jones, Martin Kamer, Graham. I hope is that really is it really Graham? It probably is Graham. Why would you spell Graham like that? McDowell, Phil Mickelson, Kevin Nash. It's like no, Kevin Na, Andy Ogletree, Lewis Uchenhuizen, Turk Pettit, Ian Poulter. The name sounds familiar. I don't know any other names. Charles Schwartzel, Hudson Swafford, Peter Olihine, Lee, Lee Westwood. And then again, DeChambeau went over there too. So I'm gonna take Golden State tonight. I don't see them going down 3-1 just yet, but Boston look good, man. That Boston got too many scores. You know, ultimately, it just comes down to scoring and defense. They got scoring and defense, and if you don't have Steph Curry, it just seems like I saw they was down by like 10 or 12, and Andrew Wiggins got an open corner 3 and missed. And I was like, yeah, like you're expecting Andrew Wiggins to bring it back? See, the Hornets hired Atkinson. Cool. Hopefully, do something for the Hornets. I like LaMelo. That's my boy. I would like to see Jordan get some type of success with his team at some point. They've been terrible, or they've been terrible or average for so long, forever, actually, since he's bought them. Let's see. Hold on. Let me forget what I'll be talking about. There's so much. All right. Oh yeah, man. So I saw that IRS is sending out a bunch of letters about who they feel underpaid them. So they said they were being generous during the pandemic. but they're going to send out, I think, 8 to 9 million letters. So if you owe over $5, they're going to be like, yeah, send that in ASAP, and don't ignore them. Just setting it out there for you. If you get an IRS letter and they're asking for some bread, let's go ahead and get that situated. Uh, Hopefully, I don't get one. Leave me alone. Thank you. Um, and gas, obviously, gas has hit its highest price nationwide. This is ridiculous. $5 out everywhere I go. So it's just or high $4 79 cent. Food expensive. They be skimping on the chicken. Chick-fil-A chicken tenders getting smaller and smaller. They ain't just call them dang chicken nuggets. I don't know what the things was. They gave me some little small chicken. What are these? So yeah, that's that. Yeah. And then of course, Young Thug and them, they're not getting no love in there. Um uh they were saying he's saying that he good. Young Thug saying that he cool in there, which he should be, because a lot of people know who he is. They should be, why beef with him just because he's a celebrity? Probably in that joint chilling. But the YSL indictment exemplifies Atlanta's predatory justice system. So Young Thug has become a pop culture icon with his lyrics. What? For his lyrics. Now the justice system is making him public enemy number one because of them. Last Thursday, Thug was denied bond for his RICO charge in the YSL indictment. Judge Earl Glanville stated that he had fears that Thug was a flight risk and would intimidate witnesses if he was released on bond. The denial, which comes after bond denials for YSL record artists Gunna and Yak Gotti, became the latest setback in a torrent of legal precarity for the 28 individuals who were ensnared on a 56-count indictment in May, including charges of murder, racketeering, armed robbery, and aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. The indictment lists dozens of song lyrics and music videos as evidence. Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis claimed in May press conference that YSL isn't just a label named Young Stoner Life, but a criminal street gang called Young Slime Life that she surmises is responsible for over 50 murders in the Atlanta area, committing conservatively 75 to 80% of all violent crimes in our community. YSL has to be rooted out of our community. It says her number one focus as a DA is targeting gangs, warning that we can expect to see more RICO indictments against other street gangs in the near future. Her comments and leaked Georgia Bureau of Investigation document that mentioned YSL and Little Baby's P4 as criminal street gang targeted for investigation spur concerns that more Atlanta artists and crews are being ensnared in RICO cases. Well, again, this is why these kids continuously just cycle the same cycle. These kids look up to these dudes and they just do this. They don't want to become just rich and move on and do, get into owning things and building in the community. No, they go in there and if this is true, I'm not saying them in particular, but a lot of guys who have that's in that position, they just want to recycle the same gang talk, the same gang, bruh. Just because you came up in that lifestyle doesn't mean that you shouldn't give the show these young men the way. You know what I'm saying? These young kids who look up to y'all. So I don't know, man. I don't know what Young Thug and them going to do, but they don't look like they trying to let them out anytime soon. And that's about it. I'm about to finish watching TV and eat some Reese cups. You know what I'm saying? Alrighty then. Look, y'all take it easy. Y'all smoke weed. I know Steph ain't in the top 10, so cut it out.